Hello, students, and welcome back to our English lesson. I'm so glad you could join me today. We have a really useful and practical topic to cover, something you deal with every single day at school. We're going to dive into Unit 1, my class schedule. By the end of our time together, you'll be able to talk confidently about all the different classes you have and when you have them. It's going to be a fun and helpful session. So make sure you have your notebook and a pen ready to take some notes. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, let's talk about what you will learn today. Our main goal is to help you talk about your class schedule in English. To do that, we'll break it down into a few simple steps. First, we will learn the names of common school subjects in English. Then, we will review how to say the days of the week and how to tell the time. Finally, we will put it all together so you can build sentences and talk about your very own class schedule. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to tell your friends or your teacher what subjects you have on different days. It's a great skill to have. So let's focus and begin. Alright, let's start with the fun part, school subjects. These are the different classes you take at school. Let's learn their names in English. I'll say the word, and you can repeat it after me to practice your pronunciation. Ready? Our first subject is, of course, English. English. This is where you learn to read, write, and speak in English, just like we are doing now. Next up, we have a subject that deals with numbers, calculations, and shapes. That's right, it's mathematics. Some people, just call it math for short. Let's say it together. Mathematics. Now for a subject where we learn about the world around us, from plants and animals to chemistry and physics. This is science. Say it with me. Science. Great job. What about a subject where you can be creative? Draw, paint, or make things with your hands. That would be art. Art. It's always a fun class. And finally, a subject where you get to run, play sports, and be active. That is physical education. We often shorten this one to P. Let's practice the full name, physical education. Excellent. Now you know 5 common school subjects. Let's quickly review them one more time. English, mathematics, science, art, and physical education. Keep practicing these words so you remember them. Now that we know some subjects, we need to know when we have these classes. For that, we need to know the days of the week. In most schools, the school week runs from Monday to Friday. Let's go through them together. Please repeat each day after me. The first day of the school week is Monday. Monday. After Monday comes Tuesday. Tuesday. The middle of the school week is Wednesday. Wednesday. Then we have Thursday. Thursday. And the last day of the school week is Friday. Friday. Fantastic. Let's say them all in order one more time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Knowing these days is essential for talking about your schedule. Try to memorize them and their correct spelling. You're doing a great job so far. Okay, we've learned the subjects and the days. Now, how do we put them together to make a sentence? It's actually very simple. We can use a basic sentence pattern. The pattern is, I have plus the school subject plus the word on, and then the day of the week. For example, if you have an English class on Monday, you would say, I have English on Monday. Let's break that down. I have is the start, English is the subject, and on Monday tells us when. Let's try another one. Imagine you have a math class on Tuesday. How would you say that? You'd follow the same pattern. I have math on Tuesday. See how easy that is. The word on is very important here. We always use on before the day of the week when talking about schedules. So, it's on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and so on. Let's practice one more. If you have science on Friday, you would say, I have science on Friday. Simple, right? Now let's look at an example of a simple class schedule. On the screen, you can see a table. It has 2 columns, one for the day and one for the subject. Let's read it together. On Monday, the subject is English. On Tuesday, the subject is math, and on Wednesday, the subject is science. Now, let's use our sentence pattern to talk about this schedule. Looking at the first row, we can say, on Monday, I have English, or you can also say, I have English on Monday. Both are correct. Let's look at the next one. For Tuesday, what would you say? That's right. I have math on Tuesday. And for the last one, Wednesday, you got it. I have science on Wednesday. Looking at a schedule and describing it is a great way to practice. You can see how the information from the table is turned into full sentences. Alright, it's practice time. I want you to use what you've just learned. On the screen, you'll see a schedule, just like the one before, but with different subjects. Your task is to look at the schedule and complete the sentences that appear on the screen. The sentences are, I have underscore on Monday, and I have underscore on Tuesday. I want you to pause the video here, look at the schedule provided, and write the complete sentences in your notebook. This is your chance to practice on your own. Take your time, look carefully at the schedule, and fill in the blanks with the correct school subjects. When you're ready, you can continue the video. Go ahead and pause now. Welcome back. I hope you had a chance to write down your sentences. Now, let's check your work together. According to the schedule for our practice activity, on Monday, the subject was art. So, the correct sentence is, I have art on Monday. Did you get that right? I hope so. For the second one, the schedule showed that on Tuesday, the subject was physical education. So, the complete sentence is, I have physical education on Tuesday. How did you do? If you got both correct, fantastic job. If not, don't worry. Just review the sentence pattern, and you'll get it next time. Practice is key. Now it's time for a quick evaluation to see what you've learned. This is just a short quiz to check your understanding. I will show you a sentence with a missing word, and you will have to choose the correct answer from 3 options, A, B, or C. Are you ready? Here is the sentence. I have English underscore Monday. The options are A in, B on, C at. Which word correctly fills the blank? Think about the rule we learned for talking about days of the week. The correct answer is B on. The full sentence is I have English on Monday. We always use the preposition on before the days of the week. If you chose on, you are absolutely correct. Well done. We've covered a lot today, and you've done an amazing job. For your homework, I have a special task for you. I want you to create your own class schedule in English. Take a piece of paper, or use your notebook, and write down the subjects you have from Monday to Friday. Then, for each day, write a sentence using the pattern we learned. For example, I have science on Monday, I have art on Tuesday, and so on for the whole week. This will be great practice and will help you remember everything we learned today. Bring it to our next class to share. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for your attention and participation. I hope you now feel more confident talking about your class schedule in English. Keep practicing, and don't forget to do your homework. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now, and have a wonderful day.